Hello there. My name is Mike, and I'm here to present and show my newest game, a non-game fish, one deck solo fishing game compatible with Mörk Borg. So, for those that don't know me, which I guess is probably everyone, I have a web page in drive-through and in uh, how is it called itch.io with a couple of games that I'm particularly proud of. One of them is Amidst the Trees Whispers, which is a little bit also compatible with Morbor, but in is set in my own universe. We also have Inner Greenhouse. It's a particular beautiful project for me. Very nice. And I had a game of fishing, a very easy game to play. And I thought to myself yesterday, what if we take the style of the game, blue and white, we change the style to the colors of Morborg, we implement some changes, obviously, taking into account the abilities of the characters of Morborg, and we make it as an expansion, as an add-on to people who play Morborg. So essentially what you're going to do is you have 10 gear every day, um, so you can fish 5 times every day. Every time you try to fish, you need to use a bait and a line. um, so you need 2 gear per fishing, and well, it's completely free. And again, I'm sorry, I was ahead of myself. You can fish and you can get uh, rations or food that you can use in your travels. So as I was saying, is you can download it, you can pay, but don't pay me anything. Seriously, I don't want the money. So just no thanks. Take me 2 downloads and download the game, and that will be it. The first thing we need to do is create our character. So this is my previous character who I was doing some testing. We want to do a new one, which is particularly bad, but I don't really care that much. So we have 0 in strength, -2 in agility, 0 in presence, and 0 in toughness. So toughness is an ability that it is not used in my game, but regardless of that, you know, that's the one my character has. Let me remind myself how to do this. There you go. So we need a deck of cards, a poker deck with 52 cards with no jokers. And the first thing we have to do is shuffle them and take one card. And that's going to be the fish we're going to catch. It's just flavor text. So the 2 of clubs, I think it's called. I'm from Spain, so this is a different name. Yeah, 2 of clubs. So a cinderfin trout. It's what we're gonna try to to catch today. So how do you play is fairly simple. It is in 2 phases, and phase number 1 is like a blackjack game, in which you're gonna try to get as close as possible to 21. The fish is also going to try to get as close as possible to 21. The one that is going to get closer to 21 wins. But uh, you you don't have to reach 21. You have a wiggle room. You have a hook window, and you can change with your presence and your agility the way in which you're gonna be able to land that number, that 21 or any other particular number. We're gonna see how it goes. So the first thing we're gonna do is, again, is calculate the hook window. So that's going to mean that instead of a 21, we can get a strong hit. I'm going to show you in Morborg. It works using 2 dices of 20 sides, 2 d20s, and usually in Morborg the normal is a rate of 12. So it means that you need a dice to be equal or above 12. If you have only one dice, it's a weak hit, and if you have two dices equal or above 12, it's a strong hit. So let's go see what happens right now. We have a 15, we have a 13, sorry, and a 2, and because we are in presence, now is when you should add, in our case, 0, because that's what our ability had in presence. So only 13 and 2, so that's a weak hit. So that means that when we're trying to land the number, we don't need to land a 21 exactly. We can have between 20 and 22 because we have this one of the hook window. So now it works as blackjack. So you take one card, which is 4, face up so you can see it, and one card face down so you don't see exactly the value of that card. And you take cards until you want to stop. So that was a 4, another 4. So right now I have 8. So we continue. One card face down for the fish. And another 4. You try to get to 21. Now I have 12, 3, 15, and 19, for example, right? So this is what we have. 4 fours, which is 16, and 3, 19. And you're going to say, but Mike, 19 is not between 20 and 22. And you said that the hook window was between, in our case, 20 and 22 because we had a previous weak hit. Yeah, but now we can make a hook, the hook. And for that, we need the agility test to try to hook the fish. And to do that, we again roll 2 d20s, and with any luck, we don't have any luck, so we fail. I was trying to get at least a weak hit, but we didn't. So we end up with 19. So that's bad luck. Below the band, the fish ate your bait and swam off. So we lose 1 year. 1 gear, sorry, not 1 year. So we're gonna do it again. Let's see if the second time around I have more luck this time. So right now we're gonna try to catch the 10 of clubs, and the 10 of clubs is a carrier biter, I think it's pronounced. So again we begin with the hook window, fail. So we need 21. That's what we need. Well, let's see if we can do that. It's blackjack, right? We have Q. Now Q acts like 1 or 11. It depends. You can choose that. Another Q. So that will be 20 if we like. And again, I'm going to try to do that. I think is the most sensible way to play. 20 again, but we need 21. So we're gonna do the agility test. And again, for this agility test, we have to subtract 2 because our ability was -2 in agility. So we get 12 and 10. Again, fail. We didn't catch any fish. I'm gonna keep playing. 20 is below the line, so we have bad luck and we have lost a gear. Again, it's very fast. 2 of spades, I think it's called, right? 2 of spades, a rod belly pike. So again, we're gonna roll the dice. 13, so we have one weak hit, so that means that we are going to be able to hook between 20 and 22. We begin again. 5. We can do it faster. 6, that's 11. 5, that's 16. and 9. That's 25. Oh man, 25. Again, we still can't do it because we go from 20 to 22 and we have, sorry, 25. So we need to decrease 3 the value. So a weak hit could make it worth our while. Let's see. And we have perfectly well. We have a 16 and a 12 because we have to subtract 2. So we have a strong hit. A strong hit means that we're going to use a d8. We're going to throw it. And 7. So it means that we can increase or decrease up to 7. And we're going to choose the value that we want. And we can achieve, because we had 25, we can subtract 4 and reach exactly 21. And we don't really care exactly the cards of the fish, because with a 21, even if it's a draw, you win and you catch the fish. But in this case, it was 22. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. So that was phase 1. Now we have the fish has taken the bait, and we really need the fish. And we go to phase 2. For phase 2, we take another card, which is the 10 of spades. Now that means that we need to reach a value of 10, and we have a wiggle room of 3. Perfect. This is the easiest of all. That means we can reach between 7 and 13. How do we reach between 7 and sorry, and 13? Well, for that you need a d4, a d6, a d8, and a d12. You roll them, and now you have to do an operation, addition or subtraction of those values, to try to get between 7 and 13. And it's fairly easy. We can do 8 minus 1, which is 7, plus 4 minus 2, which will be 9. And 9 is between 7 and 13. We had very good luck with these spades. If you have a diamond, for example, you have to reach exactly that number, which is a little bit more complicated. Here is when you can use a strength test. For that, we have also a 0. We had a 9, by the way, remember that. So we do a strength test, weak, but we don't really care that much because we can reel the fish, and we have landed the fish, and we have obtained our how was it? What was it? The rod belly pike that we have obtained. So 2 that we have lost, and 1 that we have won. We have 1 ration, and we have lost 2 gears, so it's not that bad. And again, you have seen it's a very easy to play game with the cards, with the dice. I think it's a little bit funny. You can get different items if you don't if you hook but you don't really land the fish, and that's more or less it. I think, it's free, so just download it, play it a little bit, see if you like it, and I hope you have fun. Cheers.